Hey, so this is a quick guide on quick charging of 4 spawning vermilists. So first we're going to cover what is a quick charge, how it works, how to do it more consistently, etc. And there'll also be a bunch of examples later on in the video. So first, what is a quick charge? So it's pretty simple, it's just 4 spawning vermilists in certain areas. And the reason it's called a quick charge is because usually these areas are where lures are. So the moment we hack a lure, there's usually 2 vermilists on top of that lure that we can use to charge the lure straight away. Quick charges they're used because they negate having to wait for worms to spawn or ever looking for them. So we can basically just get on with the hunt straight away. It provides a much cleaner run and much faster as well. How they work is that Vomeless have around 140 meter spawn radius, and camps have around 120 meter spawn radius. So Vomeless will always spawn before a camp renders in, and that's mainly as well because if a camp is not rendered in, there is nothing spawned in that area. So the game says, okay, the Vomes are free to spawn there. Vomeless spawn on a 6-second spawn cycle. So if you get to a quick charge spot 1 second too early, you'll have to wait 1 second for Vermiliss to spawn in. Now that's fine. If you get 1 second too late, you're going to have to wait 5 seconds for Verms to spawn in. And that's bad, because that's the whole 5 seconds. So always try and be early to these spots if you can. Signs of being late are consistently having to wait a long time for spawns to spawn in, or spawning cavats over and over again. Those are both signs of being late. In terms of being late, that really means at the very start of the mission. So the moment you leave the gate, the host timer should be around 6 seconds for the first Vomelist to spawn. For the very first quick charge, I always recommend the host doing it, because the host one loads in first, so his timer is a lot more accurate, and the host usually is the DPS player. So usually the host will do it, the first quick charge anyway. However, later on in the run, anybody's free to do quick charges because everyone's now kind of running at a similar timer. Alright, so let's first take a look at East Camp Quick Charge. So I'm currently in the day, so I'm just going to show the positioning, and then following on from this I'll use a clip of me doing it in the night time. So East Camp is the camp off to the east, right from the gate, and the lineup we use for this one is this big tree right here, the one on the left of the 2 trees. This is the tree, that's the gate, that tree there. So what we do, we line up above the tree and stop, aim in, and edge forward just a touch. And now if this was nighttime, you'd see Vermiliss spawn in. Now there's a few places that can spawn. Where those common Condrox are is where I would get 1 spawn. That's the best possible spawn because it's right next to the spawn of the lure, and that means it's super fast. You can get spawns here, here, over here, behind the yellow truck over there, and behind the tent back there. Now what these mean, if you get a spawn here, here, or here, that just means you've stopped a little bit too far back. Next time just edge forward slightly more and you'll get it. If you get the spawns all the way at the back, you've stopped too far forwards. So this is sort of the perfect position, just slightly in front of the tree and slightly above it, and you'll see the spawns every time. So once you get the spawn, what do you do next? Well, you go forwards a little bit more and you'll see the camp render in now. Now if this was night time, the lure would spawn in as well. So you're gonna shoot the lure with your sniper rifle, preferably, or secondary, depends what you use. Then you're gonna shoot, blink, hack the lure with a Cypher, use Itzal's 3 to suck the worms in, like this, and then shoot the worms, and then you're good to go. So I'll then follow this up with a clip of me doing East Camp during the night time. So from that there, you can see the Vermiliss spawn basically on where the lure is. Now obviously if I had my proper Eidolon set up, I would shoot with the Rubico, break the lure immediately and hack it. Alright, so the next one we're going to take a look at is going to be log. So log is probably the most simple to do, and I'll show where the spawns are. So log spawn is this area here, hence the log. So you can have a spawn here, here, and now in the new warplanes they can spawn here and here. In the old planes they don't spawn on top of the horn, so you don't have to worry about that. You can have spawns there, or spawns here. So this one's super duper easy to pull off, and there's two different ways you can do it. So right out the gate, go into operator and dash 4 times, and they should spawn. Now the second way you can do it, pardon me, the second way you can do it is by using your archwing. So it's basically the same lineup. You go up to the tree, you aim in, and then the Vomeless would spawn. As you can see, the distance is around 140 meters, and you would get the spawn around there every time. So that's pretty much how you do log. It's super simple, and I'll follow that up with a clip of me doing it. Alright, so the next one we're going to take a look at is called Cliffcam. So Cliffcam is this camp over here. It's called Cliff because it's a cliff. And how we do this one is we basically line up with this rock, and we aim in, and then we edge forward. Now in the night time obviously you would get Vomeless to spawn. I got, again, common Condrox because it's daytime. And then you edge forward until you see the lure, which it would now spawn. And you do the same again. You shoot the lure, blink, hack, etc. Alright, so the clip you're going to see of Cliff Camp being done is by OA Leaf. I'm going to leave credits to his channel and stuff in the description. He gave me permission to use this clip, so shout out to him. So in that clip you can see the Vomeless spawn basically where the lure spawns. He does it really quickly, so yeah, I apologise if it's hard to follow, but just slow the video down if you need to. So I did want to include a few more quick charges than the ones I've included so far. However, I've actually run out of space on my computer and can literally no longer record these clips, as they just corrupt every single time. So I'm going to leave a bunch of links to a few nice guides in the description as well as the credits where it's due. Again, questions and stuff, DM me on Discord or drop comments. I'm always happy to answer.